Okay. So again, kind of thinking about your day. So again, if you've got time for breakfast, great. Okay, so how much time will you guys have between your events? Hour, hour and a half? Sometimes you're usually sometimes only like 45 minutes. Sometimes they can go pretty quick. Okay, so what are you guys eating before that? I gotta back up though, I know my boys. Warm-ups might be at 7:30, and then their first meet might be 8:30, 9 o'clock. Who's likely to go buy a donut at the concession stand?
Everyone in here.
Everyone. Yes. If nothing else, for your parents. And so, okay, are donuts good for you before a race? They're not, are they? Okay, they got lots of fat in them. And now the fat, your body needs fats, don't get me wrong, but you don't want them before a race, okay?
So
And
that would include pizza too, wouldn't it?
And hot dogs. Yeah, you want to wait for those until afterwards. Yes, absolutely. They just, remember, like I told you guys, the fats take about 4 hours to get rid of it out of your system. And so all of a sudden you've got a race in an hour. How are you going to feel? You're not going to feel very good, are you? It might come also too, you can easily come back with a stomach ache. Okay, so again, some of the things that I want to avoid, not only, like I said, the donuts, the potato chips, those candy bars. I'm trying to think of the other concession stand.
What about baked goods?
The baked goods? What are your choices?
Puppy chow?
The puppy chow is not, actually the puppy chow isn't a bad one. You know, there's worse things out there, but it's not too bad. Go easy on it though, especially if you got a race like within an hour or so.
Trail mix?
Trail mix would be a better choice. You got a little bit of protein with the nuts, and then you got more of the cereal. So,
Is the simpler carbohydrate
the simpler carbohydrates.
than a processed sugar?
Absolutely, absolutely. So,
Even like the boiled eggs, the protein, definitely no.
depending on when the race is. I mean, if it's a couple of hours, you can get by with that. If it's relatively quick, if it's within an hour, I would say wait until after that race. You're gonna want those quick carbs. So, but you know, one thing about, as I was kind of getting ready for this, ready for tonight and kind of going through some of my research, you know, it kind of depends on the person too. Some people can get by with eating a boiled egg and race 45 minutes later and feel just fine. And then, but the next person, it's like yuck, you know, so they just can't do it. But so you got to do a little bit of experimenting and decide what's going to work for you, what's going to work best for you anyway. But as a rule, we usually say, you know, just primarily just those carbohydrates anyway. Like I said, your fruit, your juices, that's going to be your best bet if it's within an hour race. Okay. Let me think here. What else? Again, the high-fat foods. Actually, what it tends to happen too is, who's ever had like a gut ache after, you know, just before a race or after they race? And again, it could easily be because of that hot dog or the donut that you might have grabbed. As that food is getting digested, it will pull the blood into your stomach area and cause that cramping and everything. And so you want to avoid the high fat stuff.
What about fruit snacks?
The fruit snacks is a decent one just before that, within an hour or so before that race anyway. Yes. So, let me think here. Any questions? I'm just trying to think of a typical day race.
Would it be better to eat at the concession stand at the meet?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Especially when it's our concession stand, as opposed to fast food.
Oh, absolutely. What kind of foods or what kind of meats are available at the concession stand?
This year, pork loin sandwiches, pizza, hot dogs.
Okay.
Soup, chicken noodle soup.
Okay. You know, there again, as far as the protein is concerned, I guess I should back up a little bit. Again, the meats are going to be that protein that your body does need, and especially after that race, you gotta have a little bit of protein in your system anyway to help rebuild those muscles. And again, the leaner is ideal. So your pork loin, your again like a low-fat cheese stick. what other choices might be? If you guys, the turkey, the ham, that type of lean meat anyway, is what your body really does need.